This conference will now be recorded.
I will now call to order the committee meeting for the Intergovernmental Relations Committee. Present are committee members Glassburn, Schuman, and Heeman, as well as council members Williamson, Broussard, Kelly, and Council President Jones, as well as the mayor, the safety service director, the planning director, and our guest of honor, the assistant law director. Today's subject is to see about the appointment of Mr. Brian O'Malley to the North Olmsted Arts Commission for the unexpired term ending December 31st, 2023. Mr. O'Malley, as I alluded to, is a member of our law department and a longtime resident of the city. Mr. O'Malley, the floor is yours when you're ready to tell us a little bit about yourself and your interest in the Arts Commission.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I've been a member of the North Olmsted community since 1989. My wife and I bought a house on Bellevue and raised our three sons. Now those three sons have gone off to college and have returned to our humble abode. So the grocery bill is going back up again. I started to get involved with volunteer work when my oldest son was in the kindergarten. I was asked to be the lunch dad. And I've been a coach. I've been involved in the North Olmsted Community Council with St. Edward High School Legal Eagles and alumni activities. But for better than 10 years, I've been involved with the North Olmsted Community Council. Lest I forget, I was very active with the Democratic Club for many years. But the Arts Commission is very interesting to me. I thought it was a brilliant idea to have the city involved with the promotion of events. Of course, I have no talent. I can't play an instrument. I can't paint, but I do like to promote those kinds of activities. My wife and I are members of the a lot of community involvement with the arts. So I think it's a very valuable thing that the Arts Commission has been doing to promote events at the park and to promote the arts. And of course, the mayor's art show at City Hall is it's a very encouraging. So I heard there was an opening, and I was delighted to be invited to join.
Thank you, Mr. O'Malley. I will open first off to committee members. Are there any questions or comments from the committee?
Mr. Chairman?
Mr. Schuman.
I'd like to first off say that I too am a alumni of the Lunch Dad program. I'm very proud of that. Also, I think you underestimate your talent, sir. You have a speaking talent like nobody I know. I don't know if it's good or not, but you're awful good at it. And I'm glad you're doing this, Brian. This is I've worked with you on projects before, and I'm glad to have you involved in anything. And thank you.
Well, thank you, Mr. Schuman.
Thank you, Mr. Schuman. Any attempts at poetry right now will be out of order. Ms. Heeman.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I agree with Mr. Schuman, and I think that Talent Night could be a new event for the Arts Commission. And I welcome your interest in it. You'll be a new person to that commission, and I think that's a good thing. So thank you for applying and being interested, Mr. O'Malley.
Thank you.
Very good. Are there any other comments or questions from the rest of council? Seeing none, I will move to recommend the nomination of Mr. O'Malley to the Arts Commission for the term unexpired ending December 31st, 2023 to the rest of council, and ask for a second.
I'll second that.
Seconded by Mr. Schuman. All those in favor, I'll say aye.
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 It passes 3-0, and that will conclude our committee for May 19th.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of council.
Thank you for your service.